Hello, my lovelies. This is your girl Tiffany. I am back again with another one of my videos. I am Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces high priestess, aka Diamond. I'm actually doing a remake. This is a remake video. I did a video about Miss Cappie Pondexter last night, and it came off kind of choppy. In some parts, you just couldn't hear what I was saying. So I'm actually doing a remake of that video while I get myself together to get ready for work. And it's probably actually a good thing that I did, because like some more information has come out, because like she's like steady dropping videos and things with other things to say about what's going on and with her and how she feels about certain things. So let me first start off by saying, like I said, this video is going to be about Cappie Pondexter. She is a ex-WNBA MVP player. She had a very lucrative career in the women's basketball industry before she retired and everything. She's probably been doing some other things work-wise since. So this video is going to be about her, and it's basically in a reflection of the videos that she has recently been putting out. It has gone viral all over the web. Everybody is talking about it. So I do want to start this off by saying this. Regardless to what other people are saying, I do not and I will not say that Cappie Pondexter is crazy. I don't feel like she's crazy. I'm able to see deeper into what is happening to her, to what is going on, and a lot, maybe not everything, but a lot of situations that she's dealing with, and what's being done to her. There's a lot of people that's calling her crazy, that's saying she's high off of something. There's a lot of back and forth comments either way about what's going on. I will say that I don't feel like she's crazy. A lot of times when people don't understand something, people automatically get deemed as crazy or having a problem or mentally ill, or something is wrong with them and they need help. And you know how people just kind of be all the time, just being judgmental to people in general. So I just want to say that research shows that Cappie went missing a while ago. I found a video that was done about 9 months ago, where somebody was speaking about, there had been, I don't know, one of her representatives from Boost or something like that, had put out a message that she was missing and they were looking for her. So if anybody had any information or could help find her to get her back, this, that, and the other. This was another individual's video who was like updating about that, and it was done 9 months ago. So I can't say for sure that this was done at the time when it was originally said that she went missing. So you can safely say that maybe anywhere from 9 months to a year, she was deemed as or believed to be missing, or was missing. In her words, she says that she was missing for almost 2 years. From the information that I can find, it was about a year, anywhere from 9 months to a year, that she kind of was missing in action and nobody knew where she was, or anything like that. But it could have been longer, because nobody know really what was going on with her before then, as far as her fans and different people like that. So in her words, she says she was missing for almost 2 years. That could be very well possible. Like, who are we to call her a lie on that? Okay, but she recently was jailed after she was missing for quite a while. She was recently jailed for only 2 days. People are saying that she was jailed for that entire time that she was missing. That is, in fact, false. She was only jailed for 2 days, and this was because of a domestic dispute that was said to have been with a private person. Well, anybody that has been in any type of domestic dispute with somebody, if you're in a dispute with somebody and the police is called, both the names of the people, all parties involved are going to be named on the police record of what happened. By them saying a domestic dispute with a private person, this leads me to believe that this was somebody on a higher level, somebody who may have been elite or rich, wealthy, powerful, something like that. But there was a long period of time that she went missing. When she popped back up, police were called on her, and I believe that was set up after they released her. And they set it up. She was arrested for a domestic dispute which she had with someone. She was only in jail for 2 days, and the only reason why she was there for 2 days was because of the fact that they could not identify her. She refused to reveal her identity to them, which lets me further know that whomever her captors were that were holding her, they must have taken all of her identification, her credentials, and everything, because when she was arrested, she obviously had nothing on her, because it wouldn't have taken them 2 days to figure out who she was. And with her refusing to tell them who she was, if you had an identification on you, they could just look at your driver's license and find out who you were. And that didn't go on. So she was there for 2 days. However, after she was released, I don't know if she left there walking, who she left with, it's undetermined, but they said that she went missing for a little while again. Then that brings us to today. As of right now, ever since she's been basically back on the scene and to be seen, she has been going live with information and just name dropping all kind of people, on all kind of celebrities and people in power and everything. And so that's what we're here to discuss. That's what we're here to talk about. First of all, Cappie began making outrageous claims, starting with LeBron James, saying he human sex trafficked her and stole all of her money. Now, first of all, let me say this. I do find it very ironic that it seems that LeBron James is doing some major things in his career right now. He's obviously, a big celebrity. He has a lot of fans. He is a basketball player in the NBA, and he obviously does very well. He clearly signed a new contract. He got a movie deal. He stars in a movie called Space Jam, which just came out. I believe it was on the 16th of this month. It's like #1 in the box office. It has made a lot of money. He done great in that movie. I do find it hard because of the fact that that movie just dropped. He seemed to be making more money. He's making some major moves in his life and his career and everything. And now all of a sudden, this drops. And more often than not, whether we're talking about celebrities or we're talking about politicians or people in government in power and things, I find it a trip that when these people go over higher positions or they're making money, it's always people that just kind of come out the woodwork on them. All kind of scandals hit the fan and different things like that. So it do kind of seem like it's weird timing. He was just in this big movie, is doing great. He seemed to be having a great career. Most people see him as upstanding and as a good guy. And then this lady who was also a celebrity for a very long time, who obviously mixed and mingled with a lot of celebrities, is now coming out and saying that LeBron James in fact sex trafficked her and stole all of her money. That's what she started off with. She did go on to say that Beyonce Knowles is her wife and have been for several years. She said that they were married when she was only 19 years old. Yet she also says that she has only seen her 4 times. In a later video, she claimed that she has only seen her 4 times. I'm not sure how somebody can be your wife, yet you've only seen them 4 times. But she went on to say that people is like holding her captive and keeping her away from her and different things like that. And she goes on in other videos to talk about how she's upset about that and what's going on exactly with that. She claims that the last time that she's seen Beyonce Knowles Carter, let me get her name correct, Beyonce Knowles Carter, because she actually is married to Jay-Z. Okay, the last time she claimed to see Beyonce, she said they got together. She claims that she threw this event, this for her. It was at Coachella. They partied together. They had a good time, so on and so forth. But supposedly that was the last time that she seen Beyonce. And she said that took place right before she came up missing. Um, I guess the whole part of her being trafficked and missing, somebody would probably ask, most sex trafficking victims, it's slim to no chance that most of them even get away. However, because of the fact that she is a celebrity, I think she's worth about $1 million or more or something. I don't know her net worth or anything like that. I guess people were asking, well, how did you get away? Who exactly were you with? What did you do when you got away? What happened when you got away? People are asking a lot of questions, but I'm just basically right now going through every claim that she has made herself. These are not my words. This is what Miss Cappie Pondexter has said. Okay? Cappie also stated that she was very upset because she missed her baby. And at first, when she said baby or babies, I was thinking she had children. Maybe she don't have children. I couldn't find anything saying she had children. But then when she said it a few times and she was mixing baby with wife, she was referring to Beyonce. She's like very in love and infatuated with Beyonce. It may not go more than that, but who knows? They may have had some type of connection that nobody else knows about. However, Cappie seems to be very upset because she says she missed her baby / her wife Beyonce. And she wanted to talk to her because she said it was Beyonce's anniversary or it was their anniversary. So she's very upset about that. She literally had a meltdown and really broke down about that when speaking about that part. Cappie then claimed to be in Los Angeles, California, where she said she has resided for quite a while. She said she's been in Los Angeles, California since she was 2 years old. However, she then goes on to say and claim that she had been taken and trafficked before by a woman and sent to Chicago. So she is making several accounts of being trafficked by multiple different people. She claims that she has been a part of the industry since she was a teenager. I believe she said as early as like 15 years old, according to what she says. But she says when she was very young, she was trafficked from Los Angeles, California to Chicago, and I guess back to Los Angeles, because that's currently where she is now. And recently when she went missing, she claimed she was taken from Los Angeles, California. Cappie went on to say that she knows and has kicked it with a lot of celebrities like Taraji P. Henson, like Terrence Howard, like J-Lo, like Rihanna, like Alicia Keys, Christina Aguilera. And in fact, the apartment or the condo that she's in right now, she claimed was actually supposed to be for Alicia Keys and Christina Aguilera together, but they were displaced, and she said something about she don't even know where they took them and what all else they did to those ladies. I don't know how true that is, but this is what she has said. She also spoke on Julia Roberts, many other celebrities, even Hugh Hefner. Okay, all of these celebrities here that I just named, she actually spoke very well about these people. So I don't want anybody to be mistaken. Those individuals I just named, she claimed that she has kicked it with them, that they know her, that she know them. They are good people. They hung out. These people know her, know what's going on, know what she has been through. On that, it seems to amaze me that you could name drop on people saying that they have trafficked you, but you say you kicked it and had fun with a known whore that had nothing but whores around him, like Hugh Hefner. Everybody knows what Hugh Hefner is about and how he was. It just seems to amaze me that you could kick it and have fun with a Hugh Hefner, yet somebody else of your own race trafficked you. So I'm not doubting her. I'm just, stating facts and what else is going along with what she is saying. That kind of make people feel like, that don't kind of make sense. But I'm going to go right along. Cappie says that LeBron James allegedly molested kids at, I believe she said, an alternative school. Some kind of school. She claimed that this man was molesting kids while he was there. I don't know if he was involved in some type of program, like sports program, where like a basketball camp or something, where he's trying to help troubled kids and involving them with sports and things. But she claimed that this man was molesting kids at this school, or some kind of school. It sounded like to me she said alternative school, but it may have been something else. Some of her words sounded really slurred and things, which is a lot of the reason why some people are saying that she's high, she's on drugs, she's lost her mind, and different things. Nevertheless, she also made claims that Beyonce Knowles Carter has been trafficked all her life. She said that she said she is currently, she said she's currently being trafficked, but she also stated that Beyonce has been trafficked and basically pimped out like all of her life. She says she's currently being trafficked right now by Jeff Bezos, Jay-Z, Chris Brown, and someone named Robert Brown. And they traffic her in a white van. Cappie Pondexter also says that Beyonce and her both are hermaphrodites. However, she claims that she still has her penis, and she says that Beyonce had hers cut off, supposedly. This is allegedly, people. These are not my words. This is what Miss Pondexter is saying. All of the videos are online and can be viewed by anybody. I have no reason to lie nor make any of this up. Cappie says that she used to have long hair, but the powers that be cut it all off. And we have seen this plenty of times with a lot of these celebrities. I believe the cutting of the hair is a ritual thing that they do to these celebrities. Just like when you see them with the blonde hair and the blue eyes, when you see them in the black and white Masonic checkerboard symbolisms, when you see them doing Masonic type of symbolisms, they have different little rituals and things that they do for humiliation rituals, for it's certain different rituals that they do. And at certain different times, I believe a part of these rituals, not only are they rituals, but I believe, depending on how many rituals and what rituals they go through, they can, in fact, make more money. But everybody knows that these celebrities, they have to, a lot of people talk about them selling their soul. They talk about them selling their soul to the devil, but they're actually, in fact, selling their soul to these satanic powers that be, to these demonic, unhuman, reptilian beings that's in the shadows that run, rule, and control everything. This is who these people have to sell their soul to for their fame, for their fortune. Um, uh, we know these people have to take oaths, they have to participate in rituals, they have to make blood sacrifices and all kinds of things. So we've literally, when we see these celebrities and one day they have beautiful, hair, you used to seeing their hair done and, different styles, and the next day, next time you see them, it's like shaved all off. That's a ritual. So Cappie claims that she used to have long hair, but her hair was cut off by these satanic powers that be. Um, I also want to say that in a video I think that came out yesterday, Cappie, as she's on live doing these videos, she's now allowing people to I guess like when you're on live, or I don't know if it's like Instagram live or something. I don't do none of that, honey. I don't Instagram, I don't tweet, what, all that. I don't have time for it, child. So they doing that, and at some point I think you can, like, people can beam in and you can see them and talk to them and things. So a fan of LeBron's like clicked on here and talking to her and everything, and this guy was just like, hey, Cappie, how you doing, you okay? And she was like really defensive right off the bat. She's like, I'm fine, you okay? And he was like, I'm cool. I'm just trying to see what's going on with you. Why are you saying these things about LeBron? And she was like, immediately attacked him for being gay. She was like, you gay for LeBron, huh? Like, if LeBron was there, you would suck his dick, wouldn't you? And these are the things she was saying, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And they ended up getting disconnected, and the guy came back, and she got all geeked up about it or whatever, and like was literally accusing this guy of being gay and stuff. And he kind of felt embarrassed because the guy clearly kept saying, look, no, I'm not gay. He liked the guy as a fan or whatever. But Cappie was calling, saying that he was gay for LeBron, which I found like quite weird and very immature. Nevertheless, we're going to move right along from that. I just want to say this briefly, and this is coming from me. This is not something that was being said by her. I wanted to make it known that Cappie is clearly under mind control, and she is having a MK Ultra mind controlled breakdown. She is also a targeted individual. I speak about targeted individuals a lot on my channel. She's being attacked with what's called Voice to Skull, or V2K. You can look this information up, research it yourself. This is illegal technology that is being used by the United States government, from people in power to government to military to security agencies to high profile people in power, whether it be millionaires, billionaires, other high profile celebrities, Masons. Like I say, your military, your government, politicians, they have access to this technology, and you can literally pay to have anybody targeted. They are using portions of this technology on citizens all over this world. There's a lot of people whom are targeted individuals and are totally unaware of what's being done to them. This lady is clearly a targeted individual, because of the fact of what I go through, what I've seen other targeted individuals go through. I know that this is what is being done to her. I know that this is what is happening. Like I said, they're using voice to skull, and they're also using something called remote neural monitoring. This is how they are able to remotely program things into her mind. They are remotely able to view her, to control her actions, her words, her speech, her verbiage. That's called forced speech. And this is what they're doing to this lady. But she's definitely, I feel like she's having a mind control breakdown. We have definitely seen this before. We've seen it in Britney Spears. We've seen it in Orlando Brown. We've seen it in Kanye West. We've seen it amongst like so many celebrities. Your Isaac Cappies. So many of these celebrities, they break down, and it's like a glitch in the matrix or something. They get to breaking down, and they'll start telling things that is going on in the industry and different things like that. Many times they scoop them up really quick. They'll throw them in a mental institution, and that's basically code word. When they tell you that these celebrities are going to rehabs or a mental institution and they're on some type of 5150 psych hold, they are 9 times out of 10 reprogramming them with the mind control. So it could be MK Ultra, it can be Monarch programming, it can be their beta sex kidding programming. They have a lot of different technology that they use on these people. Many of these celebrities, the real them, end up getting killed in these facilities, in these institutions, and they will roll out their clone. This is the reason why they come out looking different, acting different. A lot of times they come out with the blonde hair look, and that's a subliminal to the elites to let them know that they have been reprogrammed or they have been replaced. Because these high profile celebrities, they're making millions and billions of dollars for these elites, okay? And if they're really good at what they do, even after they kill off the real them, they will clone them. And they parade this clone around the masses to make you believe that these people are still alive and well and kicking it and you know, everything when they have been replaced. So that is definitely going on with her. Like I said, I believe she's under mind control. I believe she's having a MK Ultra breakdown. And even you can go back and research this. Even they've been doing a lot of this stuff and using a lot of this technology for a very long time. But even your people like your Roseanne Barr, at some point, you know, before they, you know, tried to blacklist her and all this stuff, came out and told y'all at one point in time that MK Ultra is very big in Hollywood and amongst the celebrities. They control these people, every aspect of these people, what they do, where they go, who they talk to, who they associate with, who they suck, who they fuck, what they wear, how they dress, how they speak in interviews, where they can go, when they can do a project, when they can release music, when they can, you know, whatever they're doing, what endorsements they have. Like, they literally control every aspect of these people. I believe they chip a lot of these people. A lot of them they have killed and replaced, and they've cloned these people. Many of them are in this sunken place where they are in this hypnotic mind state of mind, and they are fully under mind control and controllable. Trigger words are being used to control their actions and certain behaviors. These things are real. These things are going on, and it's a damn shame what these powers that be do to these celebrities. It is awful, but it is real, and it is going on. So I'm going to move right along from that, because that's another video. I can like totally go in on that alone. Cappie made references of being a vampire. Okay, as well as she said Beyonce is a vampire. She claimed to have bitten Beyonce on the neck, and that Beyonce bit her somewhere over here on the neck as well. She also says that God is a vampire. She says that vampires are spirits. Yet I find this very interesting, because there was somebody that came into the chat while she was doing her live, and it triggered her. She literally went off. She said that she told that person she don't F with that person. I don't deal with you. She said that they worship the devil, and she was Satanist, and she don't fool with Satanists and devil worshippers, which I find quite interesting, considering the fact that you think that you are a vampire, and that God is a vampire, and all spirits are vampires. Yeah, vampires sound very demonic to me. So, we're going to move along from that. She then said that, hold on just a minute, guys. She then said that there was a list. First of all, let me say this. I'm sorry for the brief pause. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to say this. There was a list not too long ago that came out with a bunch of celebrities and politicians and all kind of people's names on it, and they were said to have either that had went over to Epstein's Island, had been involved with human trafficking and drug trafficking and the adrenochrome and organ harvesting and the trafficking and rape and torture and murder of children and all kinds of things. There's a lot that can be said about that. First, she said that Beyonce was not on that list. However, I seen that list. Beyonce is in fact on that list. But and she recently did a video as of like today where she spoke on it again. So originally she said, y'all, her exact words was, y'all seen that list that came out. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all seen that list that came out. This was Cappie's exact words. She said, Beyonce wasn't on that list. But when she said that, I knew that was false because Beyonce's name was actually on that list. Now, whether somebody would want to argue that she's in fact involved in these type of things, that's for discussion for another day for somebody else. All I'm saying is that list that did came out, Beyonce was on it. But Cappie did a video today, as of earlier today, and she brought up that list again. She was like, yeah, Beyonce was on that list, but she shouldn't have been on that list. Because and I guess she would say that because, of course, she's in love with a woman and she's very infatuated with Beyonce. But she kind of clarified that because I think somebody said something to her like, yeah, Beyonce was on that list. And so she rebutted by saying, yeah, she was on that list, but she shouldn't have been on that list or whatever. So that's what that was about. She did slip up a few times speaking briefly about her sex life. She spoke of having sex with both women and men that I heard her say. Most people probably only heard her speak of the women because there was a one chick in particular that she claimed she was like, yeah, I fucked that bitch. Excuse my language. These are her exact words. I just want to give it to you like she said it. And this and that. So she clearly enjoys having sex with women, but it was some statements that she made and the way she said it, because she was like, yeah, I F with that nigga for a whole hour. And I'm thinking she was saying she had sex with this guy for a whole hour. So, and there was this other instance where this guy came on and she was like, oh yeah, you're cool, man. It was a guy. And she said, I think you very sexy. And that's when she slipped up and said something about somebody that she had screwed with for a whole hour. So she's clearly been with men and women. As far as that, I just want to say, going back to me believing that she is a target and she is in fact having a mind control, under mind control, and having a breakdown. These celebrities get used and abused a lot. They get passed around, they get pimped out, and a lot of people are unaware just what kind of degrading things that a lot of them have to endure and go through just for their positions, their fame, their fortune, and things that they have. They can't speak out about that, but a lot of people know that these things go on. So, in speaking about her being with men and women, I think she actually prefers women. However, I can tell clearly that men have had their way with her. She's been put in compromising positions where she probably had to do what she had to do to get what she wanted and things, or just flat out taken advantage of. And when people are taken advantage of, this is not something that's willing. It's not something you necessarily want or like, but these things are done, unfortunately, to these people. She, moving on from that, she claimed to be talking to a Tina several times. Like, she would literally stop mid-sentence saying what she was saying, and she'll get to looking around. Her eyes got really weird and buck, and then she'll look off to the side, and she would literally hold a conversation with people that was not there. The Tina that she's referring to, I believe she's speaking of Beyonce's mother, Tina. She seemed to have a close connection with Tina. She claims she knows her just as well as she claims she knows Beyonce. And quite often when she does this, where she's, looking off and talking to Tina, she's like she's having a whole conversation with her and asking her questions and different things like that. This is how I know that she's they're using voice to skull on her. The technology they use, they have the ability to implant, to beam motion pictures into your mind, where you can actually see certain people, or they're beaming voices and things into your head, and they can even make it sound like certain people that you think you are talking to. And I believe this is what's happening with the Tina lady. At other times, she called out to someone. She called her daddy. Today, she did a video, and then she said her dad was very sexy. I never called my dad sexy, but like, hey, if you think your dad's sexy, I guess he's sexy. But she talks to this Tina quite frequently. She talks to somebody she calls daddy quite frequently, and she calls out others as well. Sometimes it's almost like people come in or get to communicating with her, and she don't know who they are. At one time she was like, "Who are you?" and different things like that. That's that. She's clearly speaking with other people who are not there. Everybody has seen this. It's on the videos, and this is what's going on. She also speaks randomly about taking people to the dream, taking people to the water. She says that she can talk to water, and she has sharks down there. She says that she can hear the wind talking, and that they, I guess, speaking of the satanic powers that be, these elite, these secret societies, Illuminati, somebody, she said that they created water. Now I don't know how they created water when the earth is surrounded by about 70% of water, but hey, this is what she's saying. Cappie claimed to have 4 or more homes that nobody knows about. She says people have only maybe seen about 2 or 3 of her homes, but she has several homes. She also, but in saying that, she also says that she has no money because it was stolen. So originally she said LeBron stole all her money. When she says that, I'm feeling more like these satanic powers that be stole her money, because more often than not, they will make these people famous. They will put them on a pedestal, and they threaten them. They threaten them that they turn them back to nothing. They made them. They can take anything that they got from them because they're the ones who gave it to them. And this is a little materialistic BS that they dangle over these people's heads. Forget how hard they work. Forget about, whom they are as people and what they have earned and deserved. They literally threaten their lives. They threaten to take everything they own away from them. They threaten to kill them, their families, all kinds of things. These people are tortured, okay? And nobody talks about this stuff. They can't speak out about this stuff because many of them have handlers. And like I told you, many of them are under mind control. And anything you see them say, do, act, it's being triggered. It's being controlled. That's the reason why they can't communicate and talk to just regular, random, average Joe people like that. And they even control whom they're friends with, who can be around them, who they're in communication with and things, okay? So, she said that. She then goes on to say, she is from and have been in or sent to several different places. Like, she named off so many, but she was like Russia and like all kinds of places. And I'm thinking, was she trafficked to these places and had to go service people in these places? Or have she visited these places playing basketball or, what have you? That's up in the air, not quite sure, but this is what she said. She also claims to have several different races in her. She says that she is mostly European. Cappie says she was taken by people, and she was taken to a building or buildings or places that she doesn't know. She didn't know what they were or what the places were called or exactly where she was at, but she said people took her, and I literally get the image of like Men in Black type, black op type individuals just come snatch you up off the street, throw a bag over your head, and it's like, you wake up and you and somebody laugh somewhere. uh, you know, it's crazy, but this is what she said. And she said she don't know where these places were, but it was like these buildings, and it was like mental institutions. And she said that they constantly drugged her. They drugged her throughout the entire time. And speaking back to more recently, I believe that this is why I don't believe this woman is crazy. Um, like I said, I believe they have her under mind control. I believe that she has been used and abused, and a lot of different things have done to her. I do believe that she was kidnapped, that she was taken, and because we've seen them do many of people like this. They did this to Kanye. They practically dragged that man off that stage when he spoke out, and next thing you know, they had this man in handcuffs, dragging him to a mental facility. And they literally told the masses no more than he was thirsty. They said this man was dehydrated. Nobody needs to go to a mental institution because they're thirsty. Give them a drink of water. But this is what they do. So she said that she was drugged the whole time. And so what I believe is that she was missing that whole time. When the word got out that people were looking for her and calling for her return and this, that, and the other, they probably tortured her and did other things to her while she was there. They had her drugged. When they released her, she was still drugged. Whomever she ran into, that she got into a domestic dispute with, and the police was called, was why she ended up going to jail and she was arrested. But I believe when that happened, she probably had just been released. She probably was high and out of her mind, still drugged up from whatever they pumped in her, so she was acting erratically. And this is why she probably was afraid and didn't want to identify herself and who she was to the police, because she probably wasn't in the right state of mind to even know where she was at. And so ever since then, she got out from there. She left there walking. Supposedly she went missing again until now. And, she has just been going in on all of this stuff. Okay. Nevertheless, someone in the chat asked her about these buildings that she was at. That was kind of like a mental institution, although she don't know exactly where she was. And they asked her, I think they were being funny, but they asked her, was it in a building and the clothing facility was at the bottom? This woman paused. She was like, and she got to looking around, and she said, and she looked up, and she said, wait. And then she said, is that what that was? That triggered her. That triggered something in her, and she started breaking down, and she was like, you know what? You're right. I'm just get off here right now. I'm just click on your page right now. And that video went off right there. That triggered something in her when that person in her life asked her that. And it triggered her in another kind of way. Cappie says that Adam Silver is the biggest sex trafficker in the game. She made a comparison to him along with Jeffrey Epstein and many other people who was tied into and involved with that. So, that's what's going on with that. That actually was said today. That was information that was dropped today. That's why, another reason why I'm glad I came back on here and decided to do this video over. Because what I just said, like the last few things, these are all recent claims as of today. She also allegedly claimed that Jeff Bezos her exact words is Jeff Bezos took Justin shit. Now, I believe that she is speaking of Justin Bieber, the Biebs. And when she say took his shit, I don't know if she means like raped him, took his ass, or like robbed him of his wealth type of thing. But her exact words is that Jeff Bezos took Justin shit. And the first suggestions that popped in my head was either Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake. Um, and so this is what she had to say about that. She has brought Jeff Bezos' name up several times. I find that very interesting because Jeff Bezos has been getting a lot of media attention right now. Him, and he's obviously tied into more than just dealing with Amazon, okay? Recently, he's linked up with some people and they took off to space some. So I'm like, okay. It's not the first time that Jeff Bezos' name was brung up. There's actually a guy, he used to work with a company. It's called like like SIS, and believe it stands for like security something specialist. And he's a targeted individual right now. And he speaks out a lot. I believe that SIS agency is in ties with Amazon because he went on to make statements that Amazon was the one who they were behind having him targeted. And he was talking about how he's gone to the FBI several times to speak out about this. I got his name somewhere, but I don't want to get too far off on that. It just seems to amaze me that Jeff Bezos' names gets brought up quite a bit. And I knew he was a billionaire. I know he mixes and mingles with other billionaires, other elites, other people in power. I just didn't know he was mixing and mingling with celebrities and other things like that. I didn't know he was mixing and mingling with folks to take off to space either. But, hey, obviously when you got that type of money, honey, you can go wherever you want to go. But, so, that's that. She went on to say today that Beyonce got raped, was being raped, and Chris Brown and a lot of other people were in the room about to rape Beyonce, and that Beyonce's mother Tina was made to stand to watch and to stand next to Jay-Z and watch. So she alleged that Jay-Z not only knew that Beyonce was being raped, stood there and watched it, enabled it to happen, and they forced Tina to watch as well. This was something that she dropped today. Supposedly, also, allegedly, Miss Cappie Pondexter then goes on to say, this was dropped today as well. She says that she claims that Kanye West is a big part of the trafficking game as well. As well as the same thing she said about Jay-Z. She said that he trafficked Kim Kardashian, which is kind of ironic because I happen to know that Kim and Chris them, like, they some high-ranking witches, okay? So I'm not sure, they don't know what they got to do to get it, and they with it. And, when it comes to their coins and their money and their fame and their fortune, they didn't always know what they got to do to get it, and they with it. I'm not really sure if they would need to be trafficked, if it's a suitable, if you will, business opportunity for them. They are very high-ranking witches. Nevertheless, Cappie claims that that Kanye West trafficked Kim Kardashian. And that's not his real wife. She said that Kim Kardashian is not Kanye's real wife. She also says that Kanye is very gay, and he was with Jeffree Star for real. Like, him and Jeffree Star was scrolling, having a relationship, or whatever. These are my words. This is what Cappie says, okay? However, it was some information that came out that people was questioning that, and Jeffree Star made a statement about it and said that, hey, they're just friends, she didn't know, or he didn't know Kanye like that. However, it was brung up because Kanye ended up getting a ranch or moving to Wyoming, and I think Jeffree Star has some type of home or something in Wyoming, and so they were said to be like, linked up and messing around and different things like that. But this is what Cappie said. Cappie said that's for real. She said Kanye is gay. She also states on Keeping Up with the on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, they spoke of being kept in bunkers somewhere. These elites, these celebrities, they got these, $1 million underground bunkers that, they think they're going to run into when the shit hits the fan, and they're going to leave all of us here to fucking die and decay while they go running they lavish little mansion bunkers underground. So, nevertheless, Cappie claims that on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, that they spoke of being locked in or kept in bunkers, and she said that that was for real. They were actually being held in bunkers. Cappie also claimed that they really were being that it wasn't just a thing like they were down in the bunkers because they wanted to be. I believe it was a thing like she was saying that they were seriously being held hostage or captive or something in these bunkers. Okay. Cappie also, what I noticed, she gets upset often with people's comments and claim she will and can send them to people. So, like, if you come on there and you are in defense of, say, like Beyonce or LeBron, somebody that she's spoken about, she'll just like totally go off, and she was like, you know what, keep talking, I'm gonna send you to them in real time. Like, real time is like her main word. She loves saying stuff in like real time. She keeps saying that, repeating that, and she threatens that she can take people to certain places such as certain people in real time. And she even made claims, look, as much as I want to kill you, I'll send you such and such in real time or something. Again, she claimed that God is a vampire. Cappie says that she is Scottish, Irish, and Welsh. She's predominantly European. I don't know. That's what she says. She also said that someone named Marietta, I believe I'm pronouncing it right, worshiped the devil and Satan like a motherfucker was her exact words. And that was the person that I was speaking about earlier that she went off on as being a devil worshiper and a Satanist and things. She said that Soulja Boy is a monster, and speaking in the terms of him being like very evil and into a lot of different things. She is yet and still on this big rant. I will not say that she is crazy. There is a lot of satanic, masonic, demonic things that are taking place in this world. So I won't call that woman crazy. Just like Dave Chappelle said once, the most dismissive thing to say about a person is to call them crazy. A lot of these athletes, they're smart, they're hardworking, just like the celebrities, whether you're an actress, an actor, a singer, a dancer, a performer of the arts in any kind. These people are smart. These people are hardworking. These people are intelligent, and they have done a lot to be where they are. And it's a sad shame that they get treated the way they do, that they have to experience and endure the things that they do. And it's more things that people really know and understand. I think it is very sad and it's very heartbreaking. I constantly speak out about it because I am drawn to these people. Naturally, I don't idolize anyone. Well, I won't say that I'm drawn to these people. I am drawn to the arts. I was a part of the arts in a past life. That's if I am in this life. I'm very drawn to these things where these people that a lot of folks idolize today, I was there before in a past life. This is how I can in-depthly understand what they're dealing with, what they're going through. I was a scribe and a writer and an inventor in a past life. Thus am I am now. So I understand the arts on various different levels. I understand what these people are enduring and what they go through, and these people get used and abused a lot more than what people understand and know, and they can't speak out about the things that they know, about the things that they endure, and the things that they are going through. They control every aspect of these people. And true enough, they may have to sell out in order to have their fame, their fortune, or their big chance at their dream career, or whatever, but that comes at a price. You know, a lot of people talk about them having to take oaths, having to sign their name in blood, having to partake in humiliation rituals and other rituals like drinking blood and urine and feces, and being a part of sex rituals and demonic magic, and having demons conjured up in them, and having to be initiated witches, and having to partake in blood, taking blood oaths, and making blood sacrifices, which is the killing of other people for them to succeed and to thrive. And this is what this shadow government, this is what these satanic powers that be, that are higher up in power, force them to do. What makes me so upset is a lot of time when you hear of these scandals and these accusations that come out against these people, it's a whole nother conversation in itself to say that these people are in fact involved in these things. But even if one wanted to say they are, what people are not understanding, a lot of things that they have to endure and they have to do and be a part of, it has been forced upon them by these higher powers that be that control them. Get that understood. What also pisses me off is these celebrities get called out left and right about all kinds of things. But if you notice, from government officials to the higher echelons, elites, powers that be, they ain't never stood a day in court. They ain't never spent a day in prison. They they, you know, and these are the people who are running these whole operations of these things that are going on, and you don't see them put on blast like this. You don't see them dragged down through that. Now, many of them do have scandals come out on them, but you don't see it go anywhere. You don't see them set up and destroyed like how they do the rappers, how they do the athletes, how they do actresses and actors, and all kinds of things. They use and abuse these people, and it's only it's a lot of people say they have no way out, and essentially there is no way out. Okay, it's blood in and it's blood out. You want to be rich and famous, you got to make a blood sacrifice to get in. But when you want out, when you had enough and you want out, it ain't just no retiring. It ain't just no get out. You gonna be the blood sacrifice out. You're gonna be the blood out. That's the reason why we see these people get used and abused, and then they sacrifice them and kill them, because this is how they feed their gods. And their gods that they worship, that they represent, that they stand for, these are unhuman beings. This is where your reptilians and your draconians and your any and everything else that you want to call them come into place. This is real life, people. This is really going on, people. And this is who they praise, worship, and they represent. And this is these guys. This is also the reason why you have 800,000 to 1 million people who go missing. That's not even account for all the people who are murdered in cold blood every year. Because, see, you got sacrifices in many different ways. Some people are sacrificed to be killed. Some people are sacrificed to be set up. Some people are sacrificed to be trafficked. Some people are sacrificed for their organs, for all types of things. It's a shame what these celebrities go through, but I'm telling you, they have used a form of mind control on this woman, and she is trying desperately to come out of that trance, to wake up. And this is the reason why she's speaking out the way she is. I do believe with the things that she is saying about certain people, like being married to Beyonce, like all the people that she named, I think this is forced speech. Somebody is forcing her to say these things, and they are beaming these messages in her mind. Thus is why she's talking to beings, to individuals whom are not there, because she is a target and they're using technology on her to manipulate and control her mind and her body. And that's the reason why I won't say she's crazy. She's out of her mind. She's high off of something and everything. People, that's so easy to say about somebody. Oh, you an addict. Oh, you mentally ill. You need some help. It's so easy to dismiss somebody like that. It's so easy to say that about somebody, but it's deeper than that. And you got a lot more people that rather put some type of false title or false claim on you than to look deeper into the situation and what is actually happening to these people. All of us are being set up for the slaughter. And it's past time for people to wake up. The age of awakening started a long time ago. It's time for people to rise up against these injustices. Because this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. I have visions and of things that are to come and are going to happen a lot. Some of which I have spoken on, some of which I do not have permission to speak on as of yet. I'll just say it like that. I told you all before, I'm led by spirit. And to end this, just being real, like I told you, this woman is a target. She is a targeted individual, but she is also a victim of mind control. And she's having a breakdown. And what I also want to know, where's her handler? Where's her representatives? Where's her agent? Where's her family? Where's her so-called friends? She is sitting here alone in some kind of apartment or a condo. Nobody know how she got there. She went missing. She ended up going to jail. She get out of jail. They released her from being captive. Then when she found again, she's completely outside of her mind, and she's a full-blown target. While that woman was held, she was tortured and she was abused and she was drugged up. And this is the effects of it now. This is what people are seeing now. And she's there by herself. She's in this condo that with stuff thrown everywhere, filthy. She's been in the same clothes for the last 3 days. Just on this endless rant. I don't even believe that the utilities is on at the place. In the daytime when she's doing videos, you see the sunlight, the daylight coming in through the windows and the doors and different things like that. When it get dark outside, you can tell when it get dark outside, she's just in the black dark doing videos. No lamp on, no kitchen light, no nothing. At several different times, there was somebody I heard beating at her door. Like trying to get in. And she just totally ignored. She acted like she didn't even hear it. And people in the chat was even saying, somebody's at your door, somebody's beating at your door. At other times, it seems like that you can hear somebody saying something. And in those times, her live will go total mute, and then it'll cut off. They're also controlling her chat. It's plenty of times that you can see her clearly doing something else, looking elsewhere, and the chat would be going off like she's typing messages to these people. She's being hacked. That is being done by somebody else that is hacking her device. Y'all got to think about this. They don't even allow these celebrities to just frankly be real and talk to regular average Joe people in the world about nothing. Especially the ins and the outs and what's really going down and going on in the industry and in Hollywood and all this other kind of stuff. So when you see it happening, you know something else is going on. And I'm going to tell y'all something else too. Isn't it quite funny? These celebrities are never alone. They got bodyguards, they got securities, they have a whole entourage. Many of them have makeup artists and they have friends or family around them. They got, bodyguards, security, all kind of people. You never see these celebrities alone. The only time you see these celebrities alone be times like this. And then they end up saying, oh, they had a drug overdose. They died. Or they committed suicide. Other than that, these celebrities don't never be alone. They always have a full entourage of people around them. Y'all watch this situation very closely. I don't believe that they will kill her right away because it'll look too suspicious and directly go back to them, which everybody know when these celebrities die and things anyway, that these be blood sacrifices. But this is being set up for a reason. She is being set up. She even spoke in her video. She was like, why am I being set up like this? Why are they doing this to me? This girl is asking, begging for help. She's telling you they setting her up. On one part of her video, how I know that she is being forced to say these things, even about LeBron. On one video she came on, she said, what about King Bron? What about King LeBron? What I say about him? As if she didn't even know the day before what she hadn't said about him. She is being forced to say this stuff, y'all. She is being forced to say these things, y'all. She is a target. She is under mind control. That's why I say it is no coincidence that they having her to do this. They using her to do this after that movie hit #1 and LeBron in that movie. And he making major moves in his career. This shit is set up in the stage, y'all. And they using her, y'all. She spoke out in that video. She's like, why am I being set up like this? Why they doing me like this? Somebody asked her something about LeBron. She said, what about King Bron? What about LeBron? What I say about LeBron? And then all of a sudden she snapped and she changed and then she just went on spewing all this other stuff. She is being controlled, y'all. She is under mind control, y'all. She is a targeted individual, y'all. They are using illegal technology to control her mind and her body. They are forcing speech out of her. This stuff is real. You ain't got to believe me. It's not about you believe me. I care less whether you believe me. It's about you believing in yourself. Using your own mind. Researching for yourself. Find this information. Stop being dumb. Looking for it to come from somebody else. Looking for the next big thrill and chill and gossip and being entertained. And take heed to what is going on and what is actually happening. We are dying every single day and everybody think it's a game. Everybody think they living their best damn life. Y'all love being entertained. Y'all love gossip and mess. But nobody is looking at the real. Let me say this. Human trafficking is very real. Sex trafficking is very real. It's a whole underground operation of the sex trade going on right beneath your feet. These people talk about some as above, so below all the freaking time. You best know that there's just like the world that you walk around in and live in, on the surface, is a whole world beneath your feet, just the same. It's all kinds of things that you couldn't even fathom or imagine going on underground. And what pisses me off, people, I'm going to say this again. Whether you want to say, now these things are real. Women do get drugged. People do get raped. They turning out these men and force, they want to force themselves upon everybody. All these celebrities, they do them wrong, even the men. Just for them to have some fame and fortune, just for them to live their dream and have a career. The women get it the worst. But whether you want to say, before you look at them and say, oh, such and such is involved in this, such and such is involved in that, you best know that these satanic powers that be is behind it, and whether they are involved in it or not, they are being forced to do anything that they are a part of. How do I know this? Because before they became rich and famous, did you ever know them to be human traffickers? To be rapists? To be drug abusers or the drugging of other people? Did you ever, was they said to be involved in all kind of anything that come up on these celebrities? See, when a person is like something, they had a history of that before they became rich and famous. So if this was what they was about, they would have been about this before they ever got rich, before they ever got famous, before they ever became a household name. People don't think about that either. And the things, and I'm not saying that They don't have to be involved in things because we clearly just talked about they do. But it's forced upon them. And I'm tired of these people always being in the scandalous setups, but those in the shadows, these satanic powers that be, these elites, these ultra rich billionaires and trillionaires and things, no, they don't never get blasted off. No, they don't never get scandalized. No, their lives and their careers and things don't get ruined and things. You know, don't mess around and let them be a part of the 13 bloodlines or something. So y'all need to pay attention to what's happening, what's going on. Like I said, I'm not gonna call that woman crazy. I don't feel like she's crazy. I feel like she has been used, she has been abused, she has endured a lot of things. I believe she actually was taken during the time that she was missing, and she was drugged and all kind of things was done to her. And this is the result of that when she got released, and how they are manipulating and controlling her mind. So anyway, I hope this video was clearer for you all. I'll give you more updates as they come out, because like I said, it's been days now and she just kind of been dropping videos left and right, just spilling all kinds of tea, honey. And so I was here to tell you all about it. I wish everyone well. Peace, love, and light, everybody. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And until the next time, namaste.